Welcome back to Goblins of Conquest.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion to Ragnarok story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
2 quivers now.
Did you shout out to the group?
No, like, hey, if you need to stock up on whatever, we got some sharp and pointies.
You shot some arrows.
And you notice that everything is fairly dusty and untouched, except for like the small track where you were seeing that these little loading goblins were walking around doing the same thing over and over. And it seems to be that they were tending, like, in each room there's a small patch of dirt, and they seem to have been taking their gardening tool and just, like, plowing little furrows in the dirt.
But there's no.
They're petting the dirt.
There doesn't seem to be anything in the dirt, no. Is anyone going to mess with the dirt?
I want to mess with that dirt because
Okay.
I'm wondering if they were tending some gardening kind of. So,
They're growing more
if this is a nature, I got a 13.
No, I'll just give you that you can poke it with your weapon or your boot. Well, what vulnerable body part are you putting in the dirt?
My short sword.
Okay, so you whip
actually, no. I'm going to grab one of the spare swords.
Okay, so you grab a spare sword, you kind of like piddle in the dirt with it. It just seems to be that this is just a plot of dirt.
As you
realize when you kind of like plodding through, you realize there's some decomposing stuff that may have been flesh at one point, but it's still in that nice decomposing mulching phase.
Fertilizer.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping we don't see like some hobo with a dog face or something, or the reverse.
Hobo.
A dog with a hobo face.
Dog with a hobo face. There you go. Okay.
What? Oh. Okay. Yes. Not that one. That wasn't the one I was
Right
saying.
in the fields.
Yeah. I was thinking more
that's
the
your own child and your own dog, you son of a bitch.
I was thinking the pod person kind of one.
Nope, that was for the Full Metal Alchemist one.
Yes.
Okay, so are you gonna gather your troops?
Well, we'll wait for.
Okay. So you guys good with your exploration so far?
I think so. We going in?
I haven't done a damn thing.
She's like, that ain't natural. They ain't the kind of goblins my god wants to eat.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are these rooms similarly?
They should be bleeding blood, not whatever that
pretty
is.
much this room, you notice it's got some small cages to hold things, but apparently the cages are all empty. They seem to be, you see blood stains inside the cages, so whatever was in the cages have all been killed and
It's
pulled
not
out.
mulch.
Could have been a goblin, could have been an animal. Anybody checking out this room?
Yes.
This room, you're finding casks of really nice wine and bottles of wine. Like, really delicately put up in
Take the bottle that I'm throwing or drinking. Pick up one of the nice bottles.
And immediately you pop it open and this like elderberry wine smell hits your nose. It's really good. Super, super sweet.
It's from the
He's
goblin
gonna turn
brew.
into a tree.
And you start turning violet.
Damn it!
Fairy wine. Okay, and over here, this room is completely full of dirt. It seems like it's just turned out mulch. It's been getting rotated. And is anyone going into that room?
Oh God, we already know what's going to
I already dug through my dirt. I'm concerned that might be compost heap in there,
Okay.
and there might be some surprises. So I'd rather one of the biggers maybe take a
One of the bigger.
Don't call
Biggers.
them biggers. That's degrading to us.
They're more biggers. Give them their proper respect. They're the more biggers.
Right.
So nobody's interested in going into the compost room?
Sure, I'll go that way.
Okay, you go that way. Are you gonna like poke through the dirt?
I'll poke through the stupid dirt.
Okay, do me a favor. As you kick through the dirt, like fluff comes up in the dirt, and you see like a chunk of furry flesh come popping out. You look at it, I'm assuming, to try to figure out what the fur is, and it looks like giant rat pit. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save.
See, this is what you get for pushing me.
No, this is what you get.
You're an asshole. Oh, God. Yeah. 7?
7? Okay, so you flick it over and you
And I whip out my inhaler.
and some kind of stink gets in your throat and chokes you up for a second. You think you might be coming down with something.
Like you might be feeling a little stiff.
No, nothing like that. Just
Like
Please.
okay. So pretty much you've all checked the room out and you're all rejoining the paladin.
Yep. I'll go that way too.
That looks like everybody. Okay, so you're looking. The paladin standing there. There's the half of the door where the bottom part where you goblins are like, just walk through. The rest of you guys are like, we need to move the door open. Okay, so you open the door, and you see a very, very large room. Here's a little example of what the room looks like. It goes on for about 100 feet to the left, to the right, to the right. And then it goes about 20 feet to a wall and a door that's closed. Doesn't seem to be closed too well because it seems to be nicely ajar. You go what?
I go right.
You go right?
I have no choice.
Why do you have no choice? But right is always wrong. It's always wrong to go right.
It's my thing.
Okay. Okay.
It's like in 3%. You guys see
So-
3%?
Mm-mm. It's on my list to see, but you go up to the end of the wall.
Inspiration chip?
Yeah, you get Rancor. Next person gets add ST. Okay, so you go up and there's basically a door that's closed.
Nice, easy to fix.
Okay, are you going to try the door?
I don't attempt to open the door.
Okay, the door opens.
He doesn't use his hands.
Okay, and as soon as you open the door,
Uses the rope.
His foot. Tiny nerds are gone.
aww.
That's fast.
I'm gonna make them an official sign to the It's gonna be great.
They will be back next week.
Perfect. I'm sure I'll be here at some point during the week, and I'll just leave it for them. And just surprise.
Such a good surprise.
So good. Apparently, one of the girls was also an artist.
Aww. Are you inspiring her?
The thing they were doing, they were fighting tons of various forms of mimics, and she was drawing a picture. They were fighting mimics.
That's
Like a
funny.
grand piano mimic.
Then you find out the whole dungeon is really an adult mimic, and these are the babies inside it.
Weird.
So you're walking through this big open area where it's basically a giant mushroom farm. You got different mushrooms growing, little puffball mushrooms. Most of them seem to be harmless, and you're just going to walk through them all?
No, that sounds like a horrible idea.
The way you said that seems to be.
I'm just asking for a
It's-
little
it's the word
clarification.
most.
What was that?
So this is the room, and the room ends here, and all I'm seeing is mushrooms?
Only the
Yes.
safe ones.
The new
There seems to
Alien
be a
movie
clear
with the-
path through the middle to walk.
Remember the new Alien movie with the
Mm-hmm.
step on those plants?
And then flying alien sperms go in your ear. You burst out with
Yeah.
aliens.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, I just don't see me walking through a bunch of mushrooms.
Well, you're a goblin. Mushrooms are cool. So it's a food
I'm not
source.
a goblin.
You're goblinoid.
Goblinoid.
I might be able to. I'm not going to go. Yeah, I'll get as close without feeling threatened.
Okay. Would you like to give me a survival roll?
Survival?
You could do survival to see what
Oh,
kind of mushrooms
okay,
these are.
yeah,
type of
yes,
thing.
yes, actually,
That would be a
that'd slightly
completely
better.
logical ranger
Or
thing to do.
Yes.
I'm
better with survival.
There you go.
A 23.
So immediately as you're coming in here, you're realizing that 95% of these mushrooms are all for food.
Okay.
They're all foodstuff mushrooms. And you can tell
95%.
these mushroom patches have been growing for years. They've been carefully cultivated. And an expert in growing fungus has made this mushroom farm.
Nice.
You know,
There's
the
a
right
fungus among us.
right fungus are complementing each other, so they grow off each other. You know, you notice the occasional either it's a dead log or dead body growing more mushrooms. You can't really tell. You know,
Nutrients.
you've seen worse in Goblin
Yeah, yeah.
Woods. You know, it looks like the best goblin ever made this farm, and probably not a goblin that's that good. Now you do notice that there's a few shriekers in there. Basically,
Okay.
they're funguses that blend in with other ones, and they make this horrific sound if you get within 15 feet.
Mhm.
Your roll was good enough to make you to point the way around them,
Okay.
so they don't go off making
Yes,
more
yes.
noise. And now you basically can go all the way across the room to the door that's there.
Yeah.
But you can eat shriekers, right?
Yeah, you can eat them.
Just gotta be careful setting them off.
It's just that while you're eating them, they're screaming at you the whole time. At least for 1d4 rounds until they recharge.
Yeah. I think he would actually enjoy that. Yeah, so we're up to the door then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
I'll-
join them and
You're gonna,
Yeah.
Anybody else bravely coming with them?
have you said anything about the mushrooms?
Definitely. These because some hardy mushrooms. I kind of question was it possible that a druid may have been actually assisting with this harvest of mushrooms?
I just start picking mushrooms.
Yeah, just I definitely make sure
My pockets,
point out the
maybe
streakers.
my
Okay.
A lot of these stayaways.
Okay, so you point out the poisonous
Remember.
ones and the
Yeah.
ones that will make loud noise.
Yeah.
So everybody else coming?
Sure.
Yeah.
Everybody's terrified of the mushrooms, the fungus among us.
I'm not.
You're gonna eat them before they eat you. So you're gonna go in the door? You're in the lead. I'll let you.
Is that what the
Yeah.
rest of them do? The 5%?
I'm just gonna go ahead and try to open
So
the door.
immediately when you open this door, you get
You
hit
ever had
with
your
this
food
really
straight out?
pungent, hot steam,
Ooh.
almost greenhouse-ish, as opposed to the dank, cold cavernousness of the fungus room.
All right.
As you look through, there's magical glowing fungus in the ceiling,
Mhm.
so that this glows, and you can see there's a stone wall here, and then there seems to be rough glass
Okay.
done in as almost, it's got the lead fillings where it's chunks of glass that someone found bits of glass and made them into a glass wall that's kind of foggy with clear patches and foggy patches, and there seems to be a lot of plants in both sections. Seems to be,
Yeah.
getting photosynthesis off the glowing
Oh, it's sort of
ultraviolet fungus, like a greenhouse. Yeah.
little greenhouse. Yeah. How well can I take a look, inspect these plants without actually getting into the greenhouse?
You pretty much would want to open one of the doors and look inside. I mean, you can look through the glass.
Yeah, I know. I
But-
know. I worry how dangerous some of these might.
I mean, you can look through the glass at a disadvantage for perception. I mean, you could still at least try that.
Yeah, I think I'll.
I can totally see the rangerliness is drawing you in there because this is just something.
Open
the door for you.
Here, let me cover his mouth for you.
No, I think I'll take.
This is a feed. This is a structure. That's
Yeah.
beauty.
I mean, do both rooms basically look fairly identical?
They look,
or
from what you can see through the glass walls, they do.
yeah, okay. I just for everything because we were going right already. I'll peek into the one on the right and take another.
Okay, so you open the little door and you go ahead and make your perception.
Perception. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, fun! A 7.
You notice there seems to be a lot of mixed shrubbery in this room.
Cool.
There's
There's a lot of mixed shrubbery in this room.
Would you like to go further into the room?
I kind of take a look to see if anyone's willing to join me in my
You give
herbological
You give
Is
that
there
fleeting
adventure.
look backwards.
Does it look like edible stuff?
It looks like there could be edible bushes.
All right, okay.
And that's how we lost both goblins.
Funny story how we lost the goblins. Okay, so about how far in are you going to be pushing in to go check out what's growing in there?
You guys have dark vision.
I know. I'll go ahead though. Yeah, like I'll play the role. I'll get that far.
Okay, and you're joining him?
Yeah.
Okay,
Making room in my pockets for more food.
that's a good thing to do.
Something bad is gonna happen.
What? There's no.
Oh
such
wait!
thing as bad.
Is let me double check. Yeah, let's see. There's nothing forest-like about this, is there?
Well, yeah, it would be kind of foresty. Why?
Oh, because I'm a natural explorer among forests,
This is a very dangerous activity.
and I have a. Let's see. Oh, my proficiency bonus is simply doubled for intelligence and wisdom checks.
Okay,
Things I'm proficient. So that what I set up 7. That'll be a 9.
Okay, so 9.
Yeah.
It's really good, especially let's get the other victim. I mean your partner in there.
I was hoping it was an advantage on my roll, but no, it's merely intelligence proficiency.
And just keep an eye out as they're going in there.
Okay, so
Looks good.
let's give it a 50-50
I got a
shot.
6.
So natural 20 says you're the one that gets hit. So as you're walking through there,
It's a roper.
all of a sudden one of the little shrubs just you don't notice it because it's
No.
blended. All of a sudden the shrub, and it's a twig blight face. It's you just can't see it. As all of a sudden a little hand claws come flashing out at your throat trying to get your delicious goblin blood, and it's going to be a 22.
Ouch.
It's going to drink you like a Capri Sun.
For 6 points of damage as it hits
Ow.
you, and you just feel its little fingers digging under your skin wanting to drink you up.
Thankfully, there's no bloodied in 5e because I am now officially bloodied.
Bloodied should so be a thing that's brought back. I just like that as a mechanic. So you saw him just get attacked by a bush. What are you going to do?
Back away.
Oh.
Back away slowly. No, definitely back away. And yell for the other people.
Okay, everybody roll initiative as the goblins are yelling for help.
I didn't yell.
I don't know.
I
I
think information.
Ooh.
16.
Oh wow, that's my wish one.
60 is not too bad. So what'd you get? 8. That's your worst ever?
18.
I usually 16.
14.
It's gonna be fun seeing the. What's your dex? What's your dex?
I'm a -1.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're -1 too?
No, +2.
Oh, okay. I was figuring you were better
What are you trying to say there?
than that.
It's good to have high dex when you're swinging a really large sword.
I guess so.
Yeah.
No, I
Poor little twig lights. So all of a sudden you realize, especially after the attack, that there's 3 of them in there
Ooh.
that look like they're part of the bushes.
Oh. Ooh.
And they've
Nice.
been, and you're just you're hearing the crackles of their root feet. It's the first time that this one's ever fed off fresh food. It's excited. Its eyes are kind of bulging with the blood sucking up through its finger roots. And Wizard, your little goblin's in danger.
Did I see what attacked it?
You did not. You just heard the yelp, and a bush rattled and lashed out at him. You can move further in if you want to see.
Come join us.
You're seeing me clutching my throat.
I'm going to reach out with both arms and grab them by the back of their neck and pull them back.
Aww. Give me an athletics roll for pulling them back.
I'll use this one.
That's so nice.
A 12.
At 12, they're goblins, so they're super easy. You reach down, and how many steps back do you want to take since you're carrying them with you?
Pulling them through the door. So I'll just move my...
Shut the door! Shut the door!
Yeah.
Shut the door!
Seeing as both gonna take one square up.
Shut the door! As I'm clutching my throat.
I don't think they're going to fight.
As the
Maybe.
door like
Maybe not.
slowly closes itself, it's just made it go back to the closed position.
I think we know where some of these evil shrubbery might be hiding out.
Okay, so it's the rogue's turn. I think no, it's not the rogue's turn. It's the Hexblade's turn.
Okay, so the door is now closed.
Mm-hmm. And it opens in.
I assume the twig blights are too shrubby to see clearly.
They know that they went through the door probably.
Okay,
You got-
but I don't have visual.
Oh, not through the glass, no.
Okay. I'm going to post up next to the door then
Okay.
with my axe.
Gonna keep the door closed or open it?
Like
If it pushes in, you
yeah, just like kind of with the handle, just kind of push it open.
Okay, so you kind of nudge the door open, and you just see like foliage shaking. There's 3 raptors in the bushes.
I'm looking at the other door because.
Did you want to check the other side?
No.
I think you
I'm
should.
merely
I'm
keeping
just
the
gonna
population
wait,
difference.
and if one of them comes through, I'm gonna.
Okay, so Claire, it's your turn.
I could, but then the other side might catch on fire.
Fireball.
That's next level, right?
It's 30.
How strong is that wine?
How strong is that wine? The hooch was flammable. The wine is not.
It's all over the wall. There's a whole bunch of it in the other room.
Yeah.
Gonna heal him?
Yeah, I'm a heal.
Oh, don't die, little goblin. Don't die.
So, let's see.
Dying is bad for you. I've heard.
Dying's bad for your health.
Don't do healing. Use the cure light. My suggestion. You can do whatever you want. But
Okay.
Oh, good. Someone's calling.
cure one. It's just not really You do more
OT is
healing.
good.
Let's see. So, 1d8 oh boy.
It's better than what he has.
Whole 3 points.
So half of what you took, you get back. That's good. Okay, so you cast healing energy into him.
Thank you very, very much.
And for those keeping track at home, I've saved her twice now and him once.
I was
He
fine.
owed me a life debt.
I'm pretty sure that that's all dependent on the savee's honor.
Apparently, bugbears are like
I
Wookiees.
was going to say, I thought Wookiees owed the other person a life.
Oh no!
That's what you are. You're a
Potato,
fantasy,
potato.
you're a fantasy Wookiee.
If the bugbear gets initiative on you, it gets the life against you. It's the
Yeah.
extra damage, and then if it saves you, well, it gets the life deck for you.
Right.
Okay, so are you good where you're standing?
I'm good.
Off in safety?
Right.
Okay, so, Ranger. You're held by the scruff.
Yeah.
You know there's twig blights in there.
I know there's twig blights in there. I know taking a shot is not going to be a good shot in there. But I also know I don't want to get in there. No, I think I'm going to hold my ground, and possibly actually, I'll go ahead and swap over my swords.
Okay, so you switch to melee?
Yeah, switch to melee, but I'm going to stay in this little atrium alcove
so
here.
The little triangle room?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're ready for danger.
Is there any way I can try to sense or figure out, like, try to detect them within there, like, as my...
They're kind of stealth at the moment,
kinda
except
stealth.
for the one that obviously blew his stealth when he bit you, but you guys backed out and he's, like, in a room full of bushes.
I probably wouldn't be able to get a good look to point them out to anyone, though.
Okay, no.
Okay.
Especially after you're hastily retreated.
Yeah.
After the adults pulled you out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Paladin, it's your turn. I'm assuming.
I'm just gonna watch this unfold.
Okay. So you're watching the hexblade just standing there in the doorway.
He's watching the world burn.
Rogue, you were just rescued too.
I was not rescued. I was dragged out of a room where I was fine.
You're getting ready to drop a smoke bomb and gank everything from behind, as you do.
We'll throw her back in.
So what would you like to do?
Next round.
I want to
Make a moto photo. Okay, so you have oil.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So you whip out your fire making kit and your oil, and you're making a cocktail bomb. Okay, you have a little flaming oil flask that everyone's like, please don't drop that.
And then I'm gonna throw it in.
Okay, give me a strike roll.
A strike
You're
roll.
a strike to throw to the dex. Okay. It's going to be a disadvantage because the hexblade's only got the door propped open a little.
Please do not set my face on fire.
Again.
Unless you want to go in the door. I mean, you are small. You can fit through the crack of the door.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so you're going into the crack of the door.
Yeah.
And you're going to throw the cocktail bomb.
Yep, middle of the room.
Middle of the room. Give me a strike roll.
Strike.
Strike. Dex. Just like your arrow. Except minus your proficiency.
Yeah. 17.
That's not bad. You chuck your little flaming flask of oil into the middle of the room, and it kind of like catches on a tree branch and explodes on the way down. You see the starts of nice fireball starting.
Aww.
Sadly, in the middle of the room is where one of the tree lights are, because it's going to be screaming in a second. And all of a sudden, as you're all looking, because you start to see the glow come from the middle of the room, there's a pounding at your backside. As all of a sudden, this glass wall, you notice two pairs of white, bony hands slam against the glass.
Oh, the skeleton.
Hey, there are only two, we know. Okay?
As they're just doing the whole zombie thing of smacking against.
But aren't they?
And that's from
the other.
That's from this room.
Okay.
Oh,
See, I'm just
there's like
leaving
a
out
path.
the
Yeah. It's like there's a left door and a right door.
So all of a sudden, the skeletons have heard you guys making noise, and now they're coming to see what the noise is.
Okay, so are there like two doors maybe?
There's two doors. Yeah, it's a
I'm
Y.
completely
It's a little triangle.
Yeah,
like
it's like a peace symbol with the doors only opening in, not out.
Gotcha.
So the skeletons can't get out, but they're smacking at the
Okay,
door.
so there's effectively fire in one half of the room.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Sucks for them. I close the door.
Okay. Well, on your turn, you close the door. It's not your turn. It's their turn.
Bye. Run out.
Running up, almost on flames, taking 3 points of damage, and it's gonna attack at you
Okay.
because it's
Do I also
Because
get
it's
my
a
attack?
jerk.
yeah. You were waiting.
Oh, that would be a 22.
That will hit. Obviously, I'm assuming a 11 will not hit you.
No, that does not.
As this flaming twig blight comes running out after
Can I
you.
have a D10, please?
Don't do it. No, don't give him one. Don't do it.
Do it.
Don't do it. He'll kill the twig blight.
So,
You don't want him to kill the twig blight.
6.
6 points of damage as you swing down and you just prune a crap load of its top foliage off. As it's still looking at you, but you think you've cut off the burning parts.
It's like, see, I was helping.
Yeah, you're pruning it in a good way.
Now it owes you a life.
Now this one, who's taken a lot of fire damage, is going to come up and do his attack on you.
Okay.
And that's why he rolls even less. Will a 10 hit you?
Yes.
And this one, he's gonna risk an attack of opportunity from you and the rogue.
Okay.
Would you like to take an attack of opportunity?
No, it's cool.
19.
Shit. I was hoping you'd roll crappy.
20.
I was hoping you'd roll crappy too. So what'd you get
For the hit,
for the hit?
19.
Or for the damage you made?
4.
4 points damage?
9 points damage.
You kind of come down and biff it, and the rogue bisects it and fillets it.
He's like,
As,
Fighting taller things.
as it does not survive leaving the room. Too bad the rest didn't try rushing her. You guys could only got one of them. But they're at the doorway. They're wanting out of the doorway. Really, really badly.
I can't imagine why.
Because
It's
slowly,
nice and warm in
in the
there.
back of the room, you're seeing the glow growing. Because, of course, it's, fresh green plants. It's
We're gonna
popping.
have nights. We should roast some mushrooms.
Oh, there's going to be cooked plantains in there.
Oh,
Okay, so top of the order. Wizard extraordinaire. You gotta reach over, close the door.
Oh, I was thinking about pushing her in there. And I'm actually going to say that as I do that, as I step over and close
Okay.
the door.
They are small and you have reach, so basically you're reaching over and just pulling the door closed.
Yeah.
Give me a quick strength check, just to see if you can, shove the door aside with the fighter still kind of in it. You're politely saying, "Excuse me."
Total of 20?
Oh, yeah. He basically is grabbing the door and pulling you and the door shut. As he just comes over and boop, and I'm assuming you're holding it. Okay. So he's closing the door on you. You're seeing the glow in the room getting a little bit bigger.
We needed some help. Wasn't going well.
It was going fine for the second time. Stop trying to save me.
Okay. I'll open the door and
And
okay.
then close it.
I'll survive.
Or not.
Oh, I'm totally gonna survive.
Okay. So what are you gonna do?
So,
I'll let go of it.
He
but-
reaches over and pulls the door closed.
2 twig blights.
2 twig blights on the other side of the door.
We could just wait for them to die. They're on fire.
You definitely get the sense they're doing the whole clawing at the glass
So,
door.
are they even paying attention to me?
They're trying to get to you through the glass.
Okay.
But do we have like a zoo exhibit kind of going on here?
Okay.
Ooh, look, some skeletons.
Yeah. Skeleton.
I would use a cantrip.
Okay.
Poison spray.
Okay, won't work through the glass.
It won't work.
Yeah.
Unless he's throwing it at me.
Stop giving him ideas.
Poison spray.
Stole my action there.
No. So, well, can I just pop the door open again?
Yeah, you can if you want.
I'm just gonna keep doing that. It's
Okay.
like a plant
Whack-a-mole.
dispenser. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll open it and stick out my hand and spray.
Poison spray?
Yep.
Okay. What's the spell DC?
12.
Okay.
Quick lights are so screwed.
Again, it's con save.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Got fire at the back and acid coming from the front.
Poison. 7 points. Okay, you go poison spray, a little whoop goes right in its face. Okay. So are you leaving the door open?
Yeah, I'll leave the door open.
Wow, that look.
I'm good with it.
Okay.
It's not even me this time.
Okay, cleric, you see that there's some posturing going on. There's some spells being slung. What is it that you would like to do?
You might not understand all the words that I'm saying.
Shit's getting lingual.
Since I don't see any, since I'm not seeing really any immediate threat, I'm gonna I'm really not gonna do anything at the moment.
Okay.
Because I already did the heal. He's not dying, so
You do see the skeletons. You do have to turn dead if you want to do anything crazy like that.
yeah, no.
I mean, if you want to. I mean, you don't have to.
No, let them be. Yeah,
Let
I
them
didn't make them.
I like that. Let them meet.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, I'm just letting them be right now, unless some fool of a goblin decides to open the door.
He's opening the door.
Yeah.
That's
Fool of a hobgoblin.
I haven't opened any doors.
I am waiting for her to open the door. I know she will.
I
So
know what
Well,
I'm
the
gonna
door is
do. I
currently
like
still
that.
propped open.
no, I'm talking about the
The-
other
the
one.
skeleton door.
Oh, the skeleton
Oh
door.
no, why would I do that? They're taller than me.
She'll jump up and ride their pelvis. And then crawl inside the ribcage and go, I'm killing him from within.
Oh man, this is
That
just
was
been,
So
this entire evening has just been.
Well, there's definitely a lot of bone, right?
so much.
Someone's getting boned. So, so Ranger,
Double the bone.
the door is open if you want to shoot in there.
If the door is well, I already said I swooped my sword, so I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that I've got the sword still out.
Okay.
I'm gonna get underneath the fighter's feet and gonna do a double attack. I'm first gonna go ahead and stab at the one that got sprayed with the acid.
Okay, so you should go for your primary roll,
primary
which gets full bonus.
A 9.
Okay, that's you swing and miss, but it's because of the damn
Oh,
hobgoblin
yeah,
is
of
in your
course.
way. Now let's see what the straight roll can get you.
Straight roll. Oh!
Might be time to use an inspiration.
Go ahead and
I do have the inspiration from last session.
go ahead and roll for damage.
Roll for okay. At least I don't get my strength. Oh, a 6.
As all of a sudden, whirling blades come between the fighter's legs,
And
I think this is the second time that this has happened, and I
And
do
the-
not like it anymore.
and the
This one-
fighter
yeah, this one
cringes.
actually-
As all of a sudden, the backswing just whacks right under your kneecap for 6 points of damage.
Hey, I don't.
Oh.
Hey, this is my second attack, so I didn't. At least my bonus. My
It was
bonus
his
doesn't
weak
go with
attack. His offhand attack.
And you hear this low, deep.
Oh man.
As you have a bleeding wound on your leg, it's just exciting the twin.
There's
Oh, they're excited with this.
I look up.
Paladin,
Most
you're
TPK
looking through
waiting
and you're
to happen.
seeing this happen.
Oh, come on now. We're chaotic.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, well, yeah.
It could have been intentional.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was worth the price of admission.
Oh man.
Yes, goblins don't
You're-
have saving face.
You remember that whole thing about how I said that this is where we see the goblin's eye? I meant goblin.
So what do you do?
I'm just gonna hang out my sword.
Okay.
There's enough going on over there.
Okay. So, little rogue.
I grin.
With your amazing attacks,
Forgivingly?
like fillet trig blights like nobody's business.
I'll do it again.
You're noticing there's some thing going on between the two of them. You probably don't want to get in the middle of that.
I very obviously sneak backwards. Tiptoe out of the way.
Okay, what do you do?
I'm just gonna wait for him.
Okay,
I'm
you're
gonna
just
get out of the way and just. I can't reach him.
Okay.
But I'll go out back towards
Needless to say, there's this beautiful bleeding leg wound right at twig blight height. That both of these twig blights just like can taste you from here. They want to slurp you up.
You decided to leave it open.
much.
He said,
Yes.
Did you hear?
No.
He said, you did leave the door open.
So the first
I
one's
probably
for your
wouldn't have
leg
tried
wounds.
this.
Will an 11 hit? Will a 6 hits?
No.
They're just so excited.
It's weird. The only damage dealt to me so far has been by an ally.
Well, what it is they're busy slurping up the blood that's left your body, apparently, and not getting into your body for the fresh stuff.
That just sound right at you right now.
And,
They're not trying to get into.
sadly enough, they both die from the fire that they were burnt with.
You're welcome.
As the last of the flames wither over them and just... Because they were still on fire, they didn't take a turn to put themselves out. They were trying to escape, but you barred their path.
And trying to escape and eat. Their stomachs were their dues.
Well, like I said, you're going to be the first fresh food they've eaten. So they keel over dead in front of you as you look down at the goblin just smirking up at you with his twin swords of doom.
I nimbly escape, disengage, and
Disengage and walk away.
Everybody walking in drunk.
And all of a sudden, the next turn, you're noticing the skeletons now. It's not a pair of skeleton hands. It's farming implement and skeletal hand banging the glass.
Fill on out.
Hey guys. Want to see what's in that room?
Wow, they suck. A 5 and a 2. That D20's cursed. You can't roll higher than 10.
I'm willing
As
to
you're just
suggest.
screaming like, There's no muscle behind those skeletons' punch. So what do you guys do? As, by the way, the glow is growing and
Oh, we're out of initiative?
yeah,
I opened the other door.
you open the skeleton door?
Yeah, because he was asking for more combat. Weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think I found my next target.
so it is your turn because if it's his turn, he's opening the door. It is your turn.
I'm just bringing them to you.
How close are you to me?
I mean, if you step
Like
behind
less
me,
than-
you could attack.
Yeah.
I think I was serious about I am at least
Glass is
backing
like
up.
this thick, but it's like hodgepodge.
My
I
character's
slam
still
my
in the
axe
wrong
into the
spot.
glass.
You slam your what?
Axe into the glass.
Well, he's got the door open for you. He opened the door.
Oh, no, I meant for the skeletons.
No,
Right,
he's
he's
opening
opening
the
the
door for the
skeleton door.
skeletons.
Oh, okay.
He's letting the other door open to let the skeletons come into the room.
Okay, now
Because you were very adamant about opening the doors. So
Yeah.
Okay, how far away are the skeletons from me?
Dude, 5 foot step and you're there.
Okay, I'm just gonna blast one of them.
Okay. You're gonna stay where you are and just turn around and
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Or I'm still really bad at the whole.
You're learning this magic thing.
Yeah, it's hard.
So what was your roll?
that would be a 6.
So it kind of flies out and harmlessly hits the glass wall and makes this really cool, sparkly effect as the light refracts.
Yeah.
It's a change.
Obviously, maybe there's some secret.
Yeah, like I have a tendency to like do this.
And it's probably the lead work between the pieces, the panels of glass. You know, it's probably grounding your magic out. Yeah, so
What a great
sometimes
budget.
it's working.
It's fancy.
It's fancy.
I guess it might be bad if I said I could show you how to do that.
So, priest, you see that the wizard is letting the skeletons come out.
Oh man!
Turn undead.
Okay, at this point,
You're gonna cast Turn Undead?
I'm just
Hit both of them.
imagining how
Yep.
Vex was gonna look.
And you don't need to
with,
worry
like,
about the
a
hit dice. I can
bugbear
tell you you're going to
mantle.
hit both of them, no problem. So what? Since this is the first time we're
Yeah, no, it would look pretty awesome.
this is the first time we're seeing you do this. Tell us what your Turn Undead looks like. So you guys, you're witnessing some religious magic here.
Oh.
So what does it look like?
So in this case, usually playing with undead is not a problem, but in this case, we just don't want to deal with them. So as I cast Turn Undead,
She does the sermon thing.
you want to know? It's actually, that is actually part of me.
The inspiration after you take your bets.
Grabbing my holy symbol and I'm going, Turn Undead, and all of a sudden you see, not a bright glow, but a dark.
Maybe charcoal.
No. No. We're talking black.
Like
Black
the
is-
ash?
Just like this.
What? Darker.
Less ashy.
Inky black.
Inky black.
Okay.
That's more of the radiance instead of a golden radiance.
Okay.
And so it engulfs them. And it just, they're both immediately scared and they just run.
And immediately they drop the farming tools they had. They chatter because their whole body is convulsed with fear, and they turn around and they go rushing through this
an old
the
Halloween
room.
cartoon. I love it.
And you just see them disappear into some plants.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically they just booked it.
That's cool.
That's awesome. So we're gonna go in that room now.
So Ranger, what do you do? The skeletons ran away into the bushes.
I'm more concerned about the fighter, the hex blade that I'm going to have to go past.
You mean that you're still under?
No. Yeah, I am disengaging,
You
and
disengage
I'm going to back up into this other room
As you're
because I
in the
think I'm going to cool
mushroom,
off.
as you're in the mushroom room, hiding behind a mushroom like a little green Smurf.
Because I've been helpful at pointing things out. That's
That was the other goblin. The third one.
He's already dead.
I'm thinking about how yes, life is like the season. It's got to be consistent. Ready to change with it.
Well played. So Rogue, it's your turn. The priest has whipped out some serious mojo that made the skeletons go running away.
I'm
like
just
nobody's
gonna still
business.
wait like it was before. There's something
At least she didn't run after them.
But you can only see that. I mean, there's probably not twig blights in there. I mean,
Sure.
they would obviously have attacked the skeletons with no blood.
Right.
Okay, so
there's
you're
nothing in my
just
personality that
staying in
says
the
I need to
room,
do it.
watching, waiting to see what
No,
they
I'm
do.
not in the room. I'm behind the
You're in the foyer.
You're heading into the.
and the.
You're heading out into the fort. The
I was
mushroom
already
forest.
there. You just didn't move my cat.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay. You'll forgive me this once.
This one's.
Okay. So basically, top of the order. Would you like to close the door? I sense at one
Speaking
point.
of free action, so I'm going to ask you, are you
At
wanting the
some
door
point,
shut?
the wizard and the hexblade are going to come to blows. Probably from 5 feet away.
I'll be in the middle, like,
So,
stop, and I won't be touching either one
is
of
the
them.
other half of the room where the skeletons were, is it also like
It's
topiary?
plants,
Like,
yeah.
okay.
It seems to be almost exactly the same, except the skeletons seem to have been excited by your guys' noise.
I'm going to stalk into the room because I'm angry.
Okay, you
So
step
I'll leave
in.
the door open then.
You should go home.
Okay. You step into the room, and there just seems to be like a little higher than your head, like palm frond plants.
So it's like tropical.
Yeah, it's very tropical. Are you going to do like a perception?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, go ahead and give me perception.
Mostly to see if I can still hear the skeletons where
Oh,
they
I
are.
just
it's going to be a disadvantage, but you'll definitely you hear the skeletons running.
I just wanted to let you know that my
Turn dead.
it lasts a minute or until they take damage. So
Oh, okay, so they're just.
They're
gone.
plastered against the back wall.
Yeah, they're trying to run. They got nowhere else to go.
16 and 16.
Okay, so you do hear something else, but you hear the consistent running and like you hear like scratching on stone because they're trying to basically claw their way, which they're not going to be able to.
Okay. And I hear something else besides
You
that?
hear something and you're scurrying about. Scampering even.
Uh-oh.
It
Oh.
sounds small, like it's small size.
Not it.
No, oh, perhaps to your hobgoblin ears it could be goblin size.
Really? Goblin size.
Yes, that he's the one who did it.
I'm going to go towards the sound then.
Okay. So you immediately step up to the sound and give me a quick initiative roll.
12.
Okay. You immediately like throw back a palm frond with your weapon ready, and you see a giant rat that's just sitting there eating on something that's growing in the ground.
Do you want to offend? Does it seem surprised?
It seems very surprised. It seems like it's going to try to attack you.
I'm going to smash it with my axe.
Okay.
Or try to smash it with my axe. That would be a 13.
Now 13. That will not hit the giant rat. As you swing at the giant rat and miss it by mere inches. As I grab a player's guide just to make sure that doesn't hit, because I didn't have a giant rat stats on hand right now. But a good GM never admits these things.
I took the wrong spell. I didn't take animal friendship.
It's on the record.
Yeah, especially since he's
Let's just
recording
edit
himself.
it out.
Oh, edit that shit out.
I mean, you totally hit.
Are you gonna edit out all the like mildly sexual jokes that you made on accident?
Fuck no.
Did you say mildly or wildly?
There were both.
Is that mildly or
Look at his,
raunchy?
look at his podcast. It just says, warning. You're
Actually,
doing
that will hit them.
Ah,
I thought it was
Second
12.
thought.
on second thought.
I'm like, I shouldn't be that big of a jerk. That and I need to know the hit points.
8.
Not that many hit points. As you bring your weapon down and just crush the skull of this rat that's like mid-chew looking at you.
Now I don't get a rat skull.
Okay, dragon skull. No, you get 2 halves of a rat skull.
Shoulder pieces.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll make pauldrons out of them.
And you just crush the rat
Into the
skull.
parietal.
And now that you're a little closer, you can see like white bone, the occasional glance through the leaves against the very, very back wall, scraping against it.
I turn back.
Okay.
This is your area.
Okay, I will swing for a skeleton.
Okay, so you're heading in there to the skeletons?
Yeah.
Okay. Poor bastards. Just like a paladin to take advantage to a turn dead.
An evil paladin. Yes.
I'm assuming natural 20 hits.
I think that will kind of hit you.
So 16.
Okay, and it just, you smash it down to powder. Even the powder seems to be going away. As the other one kind of looks at you and it's moving away, which will provide an
I
attack
know
of
that you
opportunity
would
if you
probably
like.
like
I
that
will
one
swing.
better than I would.
What's the skull?
Yeah. I kind of
Human
always.
skull. Sure. I'd rather have a hobgoblin
Yeah,
skull.
for 8.
22 will hit.
For 8 points.
As basically it starts to run,
I'm gonna
and
shave
you
it.
do a little side swipe slash, and just smash it.
In the middle of the night.
And bones scatter across the
What do
room.
you call that when you scalp them?
When you scalp an undead, splenectomy. As you just smash and its pieces just go flying across the room. You're adding bone meal to the fertilizer.
Walk out.
Okay? As you guys, all walk out, and you just know the glow is getting brighter from that room as things are going, burning more and more. Who knew? The glowy fungus in the ceiling is flammable.
Okay, so
I feel
really, who wanted to
slightly
put the
better.
Underdark on fire? Really?
As you're seeing, like the soot marks on the top of the glass.
But it's a sealed room, right? Yeah. Should be running out of oxygen soon.
No, all those plants in there.
Now with all those plants in there, no.
All those nice
Points.
tropical plants. That have
It's
been
gonna eat up the oxygen eventually.
Yeah.
eventually.
But not anytime soon.
It's not gonna take that long.
Couple hours.
It's glass
Yeah.
doors, not wooden doors, that are less likely to burn.
I'm thinking we've done enough damage in this
Yeah.
area. We should probably move on.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
damaging other areas.
Yes.
You guys got like 15 minutes.
We'll take our damage on the road.
okay, so you guys turn around. You see the lush distance of the mushroom fungus forest. As go ahead and give me each of you a perception roll.
All my dice have a gunshot.
What are we running for?
10.
20.
What are we rolling
Damn, perception.
21.
Damn,
14.
damn you two.
2.
Damn you two.
for? 19.
19.
I'm looking around, but I'm more making sure that I don't have a hex blade in my back.
And the goblin's just terrified in the corner. As the three of you notice across this room, there's something goblin-ish height moving around amongst the mushrooms in a very skittish, almost lizard-like way. You can't quite make it out because it's hiding behind the mushrooms that it's almost the same height, but you three obviously pick out that there's
That's
someone
a
hiding
lot of
over
tall mushrooms.
in this corner.
I think we need to go get some of those.
I know. Feed us for weeks.
Now, do the three of you play it off cool that you don't see the thing, or do you say something?
No, I'll say something. See
I'll
those
just-
giant tasty mushrooms? There's something.
Okay. I was just gonna like elbow and point, but be a little more quiet about this.
Now the goblins got low.
I figured this figure. Oops.
Okay.
I'm marching on my way before the screeches.
Okay.
And then
So,
any fear that I won't
so
have
you
enough
guys
food.
going to be coming back this way?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you heading towards the creature, or just in the general direction?
I'm
General-
trained I've got my bow
Yeah.
trained on it.
I'm back to
As this one's got the Assassin's Creed arrow pointed the whole way. Okay, and just about as you get like halfway across the room where you think you might be able to take a shot, if you want to take a bad shot. Are you willing to take a bad shot?
There's no such thing as a bad shot for me.
I might be
Well, it would be a
inspired.
shot,
take a
it would
shot
be a
yet.
shot at disadvantage. Is what I
I'm
mean.
not
I might be inspired to take a shot.
Okay, so the goblin is basically inspired by you, and he's got his bow out. You guys are mirror imaging, and he's getting ready to roll his dice, and that's a good place to wrap it up there.
That's what I figured.
So we'll know that you get a straight good shot, even though whatever it is hiding behind the mushroom fungus. You still have a perfectly good shot because you have the keen goblin eye. And then we'll find out what it is after you shoot it or
Of
miss.
course.
As the case is.
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And remember, be careful out there. There be dragons about.
On the battlefield, I'm a warrior, ready to kill or be killed. I've defeated orcs from the north, sent Kandorian demon spawns back to the depths, and drank with Sumerian heroes. But when I get back from a hard day of disemboweling my enemies, I enjoy nothing more than to open my castle doors and find a dungeon crate as my reward for blood well spilled. Designed for role players and tabletop gamers, Dungeon Crate is a monthly subscription box service with a treasure hoard of loot you can use on or off the battlefield. Miniatures, dice, tokens, coins, maps, modules, terrain pieces, handcrafted items, RPG jewelry, and more are yours for only a few gold per month. You even get a digital crate along with a physical one as an added bonus. So what say you? Are you ready for postal glory? Oh boy. DungeonCrate.com. Let the adventure begin.